Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike says the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) has not fulfilled the purpose for which it was set up, as it has become a cash cow for politicians who siphon funds meant to support the development of the region. The governor said with the 2023 general elections at the corner, the commission is already putting pressure on the National Assembly to approve its budget of 500 billion naira.
The governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, has vowed to expose corruption in the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC). Wike, who made this known during the flag-off construction of the Elele internal routes in the Ikwere local government area of the state, said the NDDC has become a cash cow for politicians.
Look at the money that has gone into NDDC. What can we show for it? NDDC has become a cash cow for politicians. Go to NDDC budget. You see 4 billion naira desilting. What is called desilting? They are cleaning gutters now. Is that the mandate of NDDC to come and clean gutters in Rivers State? They are putting 60 billion for one of the security agencies. They say it's safe haven or safe home. All this money is being earmarked to carry away. It's a shame that you superintend over the underdevelopment of our region and you come back to say we are being cheated. You are cheating yourself. You are cheating yourself.
The chieftain of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, however, lamented that the people of Niger Delta do not experience the impact of the huge funds disbursed for the development of the area. Governor Wike therefore used the occasion to challenge the new NDDC chairperson, Loretta Onoche, to judiciously utilize the new budget of the commission for the good of the people of the region.
Now, what the politicians have done is to put pressure now on the National Assembly so they pass the 500 billion naira budget for NDDC so that all of them have said, this one is your own. This one is your own. At the end of the day, you can't see the impact of 500 billion naira for Niger Delta. This 500 billion naira, our eyes are open. I've told the Attorney General to get prepared. I will go to court and challenge them. This one, I will expose them. Let them chop.
Recall that during the inauguration exercise of the new board members of the NDDC on Monday, the new chairperson of the commission, Loretta Onoche, said for the huge task ahead, the new board members should be given breathing space to generate great ideas that will bring about the desired change in the region.
The NDDC has received a lot of flack from all and sundry. Consequently, the board will be looking to review also, in addition to all the guidelines issued by the Honorable Minister, we'll be looking to review the existing policies and guidelines to enable us have a clear sight as we hit the ground running.
Recall that the administration of the then President Olusegun Obasanjo established the NDDC in 2000 to facilitate the development of the oil-rich but environmentally challenged Niger Delta areas.
Residents of Kubwa in the Federal Capital Territory are now living in fear of demolition of their properties. The apprehension is coming on the heels of a demolition exercise carried out in the night recently by Dantata Town Developers Limited. Clearview's correspondent, who wondered what could have led to the night demolition exercise, visited the scene and came back with this report. It was a night of horror for legal owners and occupants of private properties in Kubwa Annex Layout of Buhari Area Council, when at about 10:14 p.m. of Thursday, December 22nd, 2022, they were suddenly awakened by the sound of a bulldozer belonging to an Abuja-based real estate company called Dantata Town Developers Limited, violently pulling down their properties with no prior notification or approval from any constituted authority. This has been regarded as an act of defiance and contempt pursuant to the order of Honorable Justice Binta Muhammad of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory holding in Abuja.
When I came here, everything, both all our church equipment that is inside the church, they break everything. They did not even give us notice. They didn't tell us that we should come and take even a pin. We cannot see it to take. I don't know what is going on. Our paper, I have my paper. My land paper is with me. It's inside my bag. I can bring it out. The church has paper. Please, I'm just pleaded to Nigeria people. They should just please and help me. I don't know what to start from. I didn't have anybody to fight for me. I'm a widow with 6 children. They should please help me. I didn't know who to call. I didn't know where to talk to. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know where to go. They should just please help me.
Following the first trespass on the said property in the affected layouts, some occupants on the 20th of September 2011 took Dantata Town Developers Limited to court, seeking a declaration by the court that they are the rightful and bona fide owners of the landed property in question, as well as an order of perpetual injunction restraining Dantata Town Developers Limited or any of its agents from continuing or committing further acts of trespass on their property. Justice Binta Muhammad had therefore adjourned the matter for trial on the 14th of March 2023. However, on the 19th of March 2022, while the case was still pending in the court, Dantata Town Developers Limited again trespassed on the same property, an action for which the company was sternly warned and forbidden from any further trespass by Justice Binta Muhammad, while instructing both parties to maintain the status quo pending the substantive determination of the suit. But in yet another surprise move, despite the stern warning issued by the Justice Binta Muhammad of the FCT High Court, Dantata Town Developers Limited still went ahead for the second time, precisely on the 22nd of December 2022 at exactly 10:14 p.m. to invade the property in question, this time leveling the entire perimeter fencing and structure to the ground completely, without so much as an approval from the FCDA.
2011, when the Tata moved in to develop the property and everything, they were kind of clearing the environment and everything. They were asked if their own property entered our own site. They said no. So, but after like few months, they started fencing the whole environment, both our own property and what's it called, the Angeles. So from there, we moved to court and everything. And ever before then, there have been series of hearing at the court and everything. But what they started last year, being 2022 and everything, they use another pattern. At night when everybody sleeping, they just come out and start demolishing people's properties and everything. Like all these places you're looking at now, there were existing buildings there, a story building, and other fences and everything. They've demolished everything, and they used their own their own common fence to round the whole environment and everything.
Residents, now two-time victims of the illegal trespass and demolition of their properties by Dantata Town Developers Limited, are horrified and devastated by the unexpected development. Resident of that area who spoke to Clearview TV's correspondent on condition anonymity said he had retired for the night along with his entire family at about 10:14 p.m., only to suddenly hear the sound of a caterpillar pulling down structures. He claimed to have alerted the Kubwa police station, who promptly responded and arrived at the scene. Just on time, citing the police, the workers of the company took to their heels, but the police were able to apprehend the driver of the bulldozer in particular and took him to their station for further interrogation. In his confessional statement at the Kubwa police station, the bulldozer driver, who gave his name as John Oluche Matthews, said he became an employee of Dantata Town Developers Limited on the 1st of November 2022, and that he was given a directive by the chairman of the company, one Alhaji Al Hassan, to reclaim the land in Kubwa Phase 2, Dantata Estate. He was unable to offer any explanation as to why or whether he was deliberately instructed to carry out the so-called reclamation at the time he did. Nigeria is on course to produce its first indigenous helicopter, and this is authoritative. The Executive Vice Chairman of the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, NASINI, Professor Muhammad Haruna, stated this during the site takeover of NASINI's Aeronautics and Air Vehicle Equipment Development Institute and the Automotive Suppliers Industry Park in Kaduna State.
The Aeronautics and Air Vehicle Equipment Development Institute, located at Afit, Kaduna, is one of the institutes of NASENI, It has the mandate to research and develop spare part components and systems of aeronautics and e-vehicles technologies, as well as produce both passengers and military aircrafts. The visit by the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, Professor Mohammed Haruna to AFIT, is to finalize site takeover, design and strategize commencement of construction work to fast-track take-up of the projects.
Part of the partnership, a permanent site has been shown for this project. The project itself has been developed where it is in Karshi, but is to be located here. So far the project is assembly, completely assembly. We have assembled 2 helicopters. However, to have first made in Nigeria helicopter, everything manufactured locally is still ongoing. All the 4 buildings involved in phase 1, they are about 80% completed. So it is our target that it is possible to commission this in March 2023, God willing.
According to Professor Haruna, the projects, when completed, will help unlock opportunities in the auto sector and the manufacturing industry.
The common vehicles we use here, their spare parts should be available here. And the manufacturers of such vehicles should be able to have a location here and produce the spare part here, so that in the process of doing so, it will create employment, it will lead to some technology acquisition. Because if they use local manpower to do the manufacturing, people will learn, people will acquire the know-how, and also be able to be gainfully employed.
Commandant of AFIT, Air Vice Marshal Paul Jemitola, said collaboration with NASENI will ensure the projects are actualized.
When you bring your own and you bring 2 people collaborate, or 2 organizations, it helps in multiplying and accelerating development. That's why this collaboration is really, really important. And as an institution, we want to maximize our cooperation to the fullest.
The Nigerian government plans to develop industrial parks for automotive sectors in 3 states of Anambra, Osun and Kaduna states.
Normalcy has gradually returned to Ojota area of Lagos State after a violent clash between some suspected Yoruba Nation agitators and security operatives from the Nigerian police force. The clash on Monday allegedly claimed 2 lives. Some eyewitnesses said the suspected Yoruba Nation agitators were protesting in the area when police officers of the Nigerian police showed up and started firing tear gas and water cannons. The agitators were said to be angered by this development, which degenerated into violence. One police officer and another, a suspected protester, were allegedly killed during the protest. The Lagos State Police Command, in its reaction, warned that anyone found disturbing the peace of the state will be decisively dealt with according to the law. The Rivers State Police Command has dislodged a child trafficking syndicate operating in the Port Harcourt, the state capital. Acting on intelligence, the C4I Intelligence Unit operatives of the command raided 2 buildings at the Guruta and Omagwa communities, both in Ikwere local government area of the state, where victims of child trafficking were being kept. Some of the victims are as young as 15 years old and are heavily pregnant, while others are nursing infants. They said they were lured by promise of a financial reward depending on the sex of the baby they deliver. One of the victims said she was promised the sum of 800,000 naira if she gave birth to a male child and 700,000 naira for a female child.
I was pregnant in one boy. Her name is King. I said that as I don't have rape, as the pregnancy entering was mistake, so I will say the pikin I use help myself.
The reason why I'm brought to this place is because I was pregnant and my boyfriend left me and went away after delivering. After delivering, then she will get rid of the baby, then give me some of the money.
You get rid of the baby like?
She will sell it.
She asked me that, favor, how much they used to do it. I said, I don't know what is in your womb, whether it's a baby boy or a baby girl. But if it's a baby boy, they will give you like 800,000. If it's a girl, they will give her 700,000. That is what I told her.
Before, how much did they pay for boy?
Normally, boy na 800.
Then girl, how much?
Girl 700.
Providing an update on the incident, The police spokesperson in Rivers State, Grace Iringe Koko, explained that the moment both the victims and suspects are in the custody of the CP monitoring units, but will soon be transferred to the State Criminal Investigation Department for further investigation.
The victims were rescued in the operation. Most of them were pregnant, and one of them, her name is Precious. She is 19 years old. She came all the way from Lagos State to Rivers State to deliver her baby. And she also gave the useful information that she came to deliver her child. She is a student, and depending on the sex of the child, that if the child is a male, then the child will be sold for 800,000, while if the child is a female, she'll be sold for 700,000.
A child trafficking ring run by an alleged fake reverend sister who was also busted in the state in 2022, and the children recovered have since been reunited with their families.